Hello everyone, welcome to AG Africa. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to be showing you how to make these gorgeous 3 wreaths. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. The first step for all of these wreaths is going to be to create the wreath shape. To do that, I'm just tracing a round object. I used a bowl and then I took another round object and then tried to center it as best I could and drew that again. For 2 of the wreaths, it won't really matter if it's slightly wonky, but for one of them it will. And then I just went ahead and cut that out. I cut straight through and then just duct taped the edge. Okay, I'm really sorry the first part of this clip got deleted, but basically what I did was I actually took tiny bits of pine, cut them up into small pieces, or just took scraps that fell off the tree and began gluing them around the little ring. Of course, you could also use fake ones. I'm using real ones that I cut from our tree because we just happen to have a real tree this year. But again, you can always use fake ones. And one of the things that I think makes this look a little bit nicer is if you try and glue them all in the same direction. So as you can see, mine are kind of going in like an anti-clockwise direction. So I make sure that the top is always facing the same way. So it kind of looks like it's weaving itself into each other. I know this is maybe not like the most traditional way to make them, but I think it's a little easier. And one of the other things you can do to make it slightly easier is you can actually just try and cut some of the pines off a certain section if you only needed like padding in one area, if that makes any sense. That is basically it for this wreath. It was super easy. I then went ahead and glued on a bow. Of course, you could add on pine cones or any kind of bow that you'd like. You could also kind of like spritz it with some white paint to look like snow, but that's just how I'm going to do mine. Okay, so next we're going to be making a pine cone wreath. So I personally feel like regular pine cones are just too large for dolls. So what I actually did was I cut them, or did my best to, into smaller pieces for me to work with. And this is a very messy process. So please put down something to work on. As you can see, I'm working on some newspaper, and there can be a little bit of sap, but I don't know, I didn't have a big issue with that. There is like a little mini pine cone almost at the edge, so you can use those if you have enough, but because I didn't, I had to use some of the bigger sections, and I typically cut each pine cone into 3 sections. So once you've cut down your pine cones, just go ahead and start gluing it around the ring. I find that it is actually helpful to have a smaller ring. I only really use this ring to make sure it is in a round shape, but it's annoying when you can see it and then you have to like try and cover it up. But anyway, one of the other things that I found was helpful was, rather than putting hot glue onto the loop, is actually to fill the inner part of the pine cone, or put the hot glue directly on the pine cone, because there are a lot of like little crevices, and so if you just put it on the wreath, it might be hard to get it to stick properly. And that's it, super simple. And then I again went ahead and glued on a little bow that I made. I honestly, the hardest part for me was to like make these bows, because I'm really bad at tying things in a bow apparently. Anyway, and then I just glued that on with some hot glue, and there it is. Okay, so for this wreath, it will matter whether or not you have a rounded wreath, because you will be able to see if it is wonky. So just make sure, maybe take an extra second just to make sure that the hole is centered, etc. And basically what you're going to do is you are going to take some twine, or you could use yarn, like if you want to make a colored one, like if you want to do like green or something to kind of do like fake green vibes, I don't know. You're just going to put a little bit of hot glue and then just wrap it. This one is definitely the most time consuming in my opinion, but I think it looks super cute. So just play an audiobook or watch a YouTube video, maybe AG Africa, but you know, I don't know. And I promise it'll look great in the end. So this one's definitely like one of the more like simplistic abstract ones. And basically once you have like your base loop, you can just add on anything you want. So I had some leftover pine, so I decided to go ahead and glue one of those leaves on, and I saved some mini pine cones and I glued those on as well. I think this is super cute. And for decoration ideas, you could also do a bow if you want to do more of that style. You could also add little ornaments. Honestly, there are so many different ways you could go with this. And overall, I was really happy with this one. So guys, that's the video. These are the 3. I am so happy with how they turned out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and let me know if you guys try them out and if they work. I think they're such cute Christmas decorations. And don't forget to subscribe down below, like this video if you enjoyed, and check out some of my other DIY videos here on the screen. Anyway, with that being said, I'll see you guys next Sunday. Bye!